Okay, so we have been factoring for the past week or 2 weeks. And there's a reason why we're factoring. Now, these are already factored. This is a factor. This is a factor. They're not asking for factors, and they're not asking you to multiply. What are they asking for? Solve. That means they're asking for solutions. Write this down. Solutions. And I've showed you before what solutions are. And if you don't remember, I need you to draw it right here. It's a parabola. And those are the solutions. Okay? So I'm going to show you how to do it by hand first, but then I'm going to show you that you can also get them from the graph. Okay? So solutions are the x-intercepts. They're asking us to solve. That means find the solutions, find the x-intercepts. Okay? So you're going to take the factors. The reason we find factors is so that we can also find solutions. We're going to use the zero product property. That means if I set this equal to 0, because they're all equal to 0, x minus, write this down, x minus 4 equals 0. How do I solve for x? What do I need to move? The negative 4. How do I get rid of the negative 4? Add 4. This cancels, and now this is 0 plus 4 is 4. X equals 4. Okay? That's one of them. And I should have left some space for the other one. The other one is x equals 5 minus x minus 5 equals 0. So x minus 5 equals 0. How do I get rid of the 5? You add 5 to it. So plus 5 plus 5. This one cancels. 0 plus 5 equals 5. X equals 5. So what was the only thing that I had to do to these two to get my answers? Just change the sign, right? So this one goes from a negative 4 to a positive 4, and this one goes from a negative 5 to a positive 5. That is it. Okay? On the graph, if I put this in the calculator, just like that, not equal to 0, just with parentheses. Parentheses x minus 4. Close parentheses, parentheses, x minus 5, close parentheses. My solutions are at positive 4 and positive 5. Okay? I really want you to try to do it by hand. Those of you who cannot do it by hand, you're going to use the calculator to find the solutions. Okay? Let's do another one. Let's do problem number 8. I have negative 4x equals 0, and I have 3x plus 1 equals 0. So I'm going to set two equations. Negative 4x equals 0, and 3x plus 1 equals 0. Okay, and we're going to solve for x. The easiest one to do right now would be this one. In order to get rid of the negative 4, what do? No, we do not add a 4. You do not change the sign. This is multiplication. What's the opposite of multiplying? You divide. So you're going to divide both sides by negative 4. I did not change the signs. 0 divided by negative 4 is 0. 0 divided by anything is 0. So x equals 0. Okay? The other one. What do you move first? The 1. Now you change the sign. Okay? You're going to subtract 1 from both sides. Cancel. That leaves you with 3x equals negative 1. What's my last step? What do I do with this 3? I can't have a 3x. Divide. Divide both sides by 3. My answer is x equals negative 1/3. X equals negative 1/3. Okay? You can also use decimals to see if it'll simplify. So again, you can type this in decimals and figure it out. Now, some of them are going to come out as like long decimals, so that's where you're going to have a little bit of trouble. But let's check. Negative 4x, parentheses, what was it? 3x plus 1. Oops. Close parentheses. So one of them is at 0, and the other one is at negative 0.33333333333. The 3 keeps repeating. That's why it's negative 1/3. If you do the table over here, right, and you add negative 1/3, it's going to give you 0. Okay? Let's do one more. Let's do problem number... Let's do number 15. I have 5x plus 2 equals 0, and I have 6x plus 1 equals 0. What do I do first? No, divide is last. What do you do first? Move the 2 over, change the sign. So it's minus 2 minus 2. 5x equals a negative 2. What's the last step? Divide by 5, divide by 5. X equals negative 2 over 5. If it can be reduced, you reduce it. This one could not be reduced. Over here, what do you do first? Move the positive 1, change the sign. So you can really just do this. Look, positive 1 changes to negative 1. 6x equals negative 1. Right? All I did was move it over, change the sign. Then the last step is to divide by 6, divide by 6. X equals negative 1 over 6. Okay? So I want you to do all of those like that. I really want you to try to do it by hand. If you use the calculator, you're going to get decimals. And if it's a repeating decimal, how are you going to change it to a fraction? Okay? So think about those things. You're going to put your answers in Schoology. I'm going to put the assignment in Schoology in just a little bit. Okay? And you can start putting your answers in there.